Let's talk about the UK then, Jim. Of course, the big subject of Brexit, we'll come to that in a moment, but in the meantime, the Bank of England has to deal with the situation it finds itself in. You must have been surprised, like most people were surprised, to see that split of 5-3 yesterday. There's only 8 of them. It could easily have been a draw.
It could easily have been a draw. It could easily have gone the other way. I think they were right not to raise rates because defending sterling would actually be the wrong thing to do right now. The only thing that's kept the British economy chugging along since the Brexit vote and the hit that that has to business confidence is the weakness of sterling.
And you see that as what they reacted to yesterday? You think that was an attempt to defend sterling by the Bank of England?
Well, if the raising rates would have been, whereas keeping them down is kind of letting sterling drift, which I think is what they need to do. Depends how the Brexit talks go once they get started. But if, as I expect, they're fairly rocky, fairly rough, then you're going to see a further hit to business confidence. The fear of the hard Brexit may re-emerge. The election has given a respite from that, a feeling that maybe the British stance on Brexit negotiations would not be so harsh. We might even stay in the single market. But, you know, at this point, it's very uncertain. And if you see a hint of a hard Brexit, I think you will see weakness in sterling. And I think that'll be the only way to keep growth going.
Jim, let me quickly ask, do you see chances greater that there will be no Brexit after last week's vote?
Gosh, Matt, that's a fascinating question. There is some chance, but it's a pretty small chance. There seems to be an unwillingness to really think back. Although the referendum, the Brexit referendum a year ago, was very narrowly won by exit, there seems to be a reluctance to go back, and I think that'll be very hard to shift. I think it's very significant that in the election, neither Prime Minister May nor Mr Corbyn was in any way retracing the Brexit vote. So it's still a low probability politically, but it's on the table potentially. All these new Scottish Conservatives are not Brexiters, for example.